This is a mock interview conducted by ForumIAS Academy at New Delhi. The interview panel includes eminent academicians, retired bureaucrats, and other luminaries. The objective of the program is to acquaint the candidate with the format and expectations of the personality test conducted by UPSC.
May I come in, sir?
Please come in.
Thank you, sir. Good afternoon, sir.
Yeah, good afternoon, Rohit. Please have your seat here.
Thank you, sir.
So this is your first chance to appear.
Yes, sir.
You did your graduation just in 22.
Yes.
Why didn't you appear earlier?
Sir, I needed some time to prepare for my subjects because geography was my optional, so it required a good amount of preparation. So that is why I did not appear in 22 and went on for 23.
So this time you have prepared and you have appeared confidently.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
How is the geography as a subject?
So geography is very interesting and it's a good subject, I would say, because I have been able to, as studying geography, I've been able to understand various aspects, since it's a discipline which synthesizes several disciplines like sociology.
But it was not your subject during graduation, plus 2 also.
Yes, sir.
Even then you were prepared.
Yes, sir.
Great.
Thank you, sir.
It's हवा में तीर चलाया और सीधा लग गया. Good. That is the point. Geography is a very good subject.
Yes, sir.
And if clicks, it gives a good marking. It's a good scoring subject otherwise also. Especially points of India or world and then many things together. Okay, good. Delhi, you belong to Delhi.
Yes, sir.
Earlier also you belong to Delhi or you belong to Haryana, Punjab?
Sir, I belong to Delhi only. I was born in Delhi.
And parents?
Parents also from Delhi, yes.
Okay, good. And father is doing business.
Yes, sir.
And what kind of business?
Sir, actually, my father is running a small car parking. Car parking facility.
Where in?
Sir, in nearby our home in the Buradi area only.
Buradi.
Yes, sir.
Oh. So, Delhi's history. Just trace Delhi's history.
So Delhi, in ancient times, Delhi's history can be traced back to the times of Pandavas, Indraprasth. And from there on, in the 1900s, in 900s, it can be traced to Anangpal Tomar, the Tomar dynasty king. He set up Delhi as Kila Rai Pithora, the small city was there. And then, sir, afterwards, Prithviraj Chauhan was also related to Delhi. And, sir, afterwards, since...
Any remnants of Ramayana?
Sorry, sir, I am not aware of any reference to Ramayana.
See, Delhi. Delhi's name, how has it come up? Delhi. It was Indraprastha. It was never Delhi. How Delhi, the word Delhi has got coined.
Sir, I'm not sure about it. I will look into it definitely. But I think it came from a word, something like Dil, and which a king named. I'm not sure about it, sir. I'll definitely look into it.
Okay. Monsoon and weather, climatology you have studied.
Yes, sir.
Monsoon and weather.
Yes, sir.
And then climate. Weather and climate. What is the difference between these two terms?
Sir, climate, first of all, is it's for a very long time, like as in what sort of climate is there in the area, like is it tropical, is it subtropical? And sir, weather is a short-term phenomena. It changes on a day-to-day basis, I would say. So that is the basic difference between the...
You should have defined it the other way. What is weather first?
Okay, sir, weather
then
is...
a person will know what is climate. Weather is around the year what kind of rains, temperature or weather parameters they prevail.
Yes, sir.
And a climate is a perpetually longer weather parameters over
Yes.
a 10 to 20 years or so. So then it would have been a better answer.
Yes, sir, definitely.
So first define weather and then come to the climate.
Okay.
Now it is a climate change.
Yes, sir.
Do you think it is a weather change and then climate change?
Sir, weather change, it normally takes place, but climate change is a very unusual phenomena which is not expected to the level it is happening. Climate change as in the areas which do not receive a certain level of rainfall, they are getting it more and more. And the areas which have been receiving a general level of rainfall, they are facing severe droughts. So that is why climate change is, sir, actually what we are...
Basically, it is a weather that is changing and that change is remaining for a longer period, and that is called the climate change. So it is a climate change which is because of the weather parameters, they remain in the same or in the different way for a longer period.
Sir.
So that is called the weather and climate. Okay, weather and climate. Oh, these are the what are two words for weather or climate? They are important. हिंदी में आप बोलते हो what is that climate या weather? इसे जल and वायु, जल वायु. So jal and vayu means it's a water and the air.
Yes, sir.
Water and air. Yes. But it's basically the temperature that is being influenced because of these two.
Yes, sir, definitely. Temperature and pressure.
It's basically temperature. Pressure is something.
Yes, sir.
It's a temperature which is getting affected by water and air. Yes. If air is dry, the temperature is increased. If water is low, the temperature is increased. If both are there, the air is there, then water is there, then the temperature is low. Right? So, what is the temperature above soil and what is the temperature below soil? There are two terms. So, what are the right terms for soil and what is the term for air?
Sir, for air, it would be, I think, ambient.
Right.
Would be the term. I'm not sure about the soil term, sir.
It's edapology. Edaphic conditions.
Edaphic, yes, sir.
So that is for soil. Yes. And environment or air or ambient, that is air. Yes. So it is both the combination. And what is the common term for them? There is climatology. And when climate of the air and climate of the soil, they mix together, then it is meteorology. Meteorology. Do you have studied it? It is there in the climate part of the geography subject. Okay. What is this intertropical conversion zone?
Sir, it is intertropical convergence zone is ITCZ as it is briefed. It is the zone where the trade winds from the both northern hemisphere and the southern hemisphere, they converge. Hence it is named as intertropical convergence zone.
And what is the limit of these two? Where they converge? What is the limit?
Sir, ITCZ, ideally it should be at the equator, but due to the tilt of the earth, it is found at slightly like 10 to 15 degrees.
It is 5 degree north to 5 degree south. Just read.
Okay, sir, the limits, yes, the 5 degree north.
That is why there the movement of the air is almost zero. And what is the climatic conditions of that particular zone?
Sir, it's named as doldrum because of the slight smooth westerlies which are flowing. Rest, the conditions are very favorable and it's very stable in these areas.
It is high rainfall zone and very short, for a very short period, then the climate clears and then the ship movement takes place.
Sir.
So that's why it is intertropical conversion zone.
Yes.
Means from here to that side or that side to this side, so they move on and it is at the equatorial line. So it is on both the sides. Okay. There are ocean currents What is the importance of these currents?
So the very importance is that they are helping to mix up or I would say they are helping to transfer the energy, the heat energy which is there from near the tropics to the polar areas, and from the polar areas back to so they are basically channelizing the.
For which area they are important?
I'm sorry, sir, but
Scandinavian countries, do you have read about the warm currents?
Yes, sir.
To enter into Scandinavian countries, and then the temperature is little come to the normal, and the people have a life over there.
You come from Burari.
Yes, sir.
There was a mass suicide in Burari.
Yes.
What was the reason for that?
So reason is that one of the members of the family, he was having some mental illness, and also he was associated with some ill practices which are being done by some tantric and all that.
Occult practices.
Occult practices, yes, sir. Thank you. And so hence he was manipulating the minds of the members of his family and telling them to go ahead with all this. I think this was the reason for the suicide.
So occult practices and witchcraft, are they same or different?
Sir, I'm not aware of this. Sorry.
Is there any law prevailing in our country related to witchcraft?
No, sir, I'm sorry, sir. I'm not aware of this.
All right. So, do you like food?
Sorry, sir. Food. Yes.
Food. Have you
Yes,
tried Delhi's food?
Yes, sir.
It is quite oily and spicy.
Yes, sir. It
Do you
is.
agree with this?
Yes, sir. I would agree with this.
Yes. There is a certain reason for this. Why this food is oily and spicy? Can you tell me the reason?
Sir, in my opinion, the reason is that due to the metropolitan life of Delhi, the fast food culture has.
This is not the reason.
Okay, I'm sorry, sir. I'm not.
Trace back to history.
Okay, I'm
Okay,
not sorry, sir.
it's because of the polluted water of Yamuna. Right?
Yes, sir.
So, if you'll go to the medieval history, when Shah Jahan made Delhi his capital, so there was his physician was very angry with that. So he asked that the polluted Yamuna water is not suited for you. So to kill this effect of the water, you'll have to use a lot of spices, and to counter the effect of the spices, you'll have to use a lot of ghee. So that was the reason.
Thank you, sir.
Right?
Thank you, sir.
Okay. So what's your opinion about the separate statehood for Delhi?
Sir, in my humble opinion, I believe that separate statehood, although it's a legitimate demand, but it's not. I think it should not be awarded to Delhi. Reasons are that, sir, Delhi, it hosts several embassies and the buildings and various secretariats which are of the immense importance to the nation. So administering simultaneously, like all the infrastructure and all that would be under Delhi government. So it would be very difficult. The coordination, it could get worse, to be precise. It could get worse as it is now. So I believe due to this, the present condition as it is mentioned in the Article 239 AA, it is good in the sense that the subjects are demarcated in terms of police, land and public order. So they are to be with central government, and that is, I think, fine for now.
All right. One nation, one election. Have you heard the term?
Yes.
Which committee was formed by the center to look into the issues?
Sir, a committee headed by former President Shri Ramnath Kovind was formed by the center to look into it.
And what is the feasibility of one nation, one election?
Sir, one nation, one election will definitely reduce the amount of money that is spent from the state exchequer to hold the elections. But sir, there are several reasons that why it should not be to go ahead with it. Is that it would impact the small parties in the regional parties which are there, because holding the election simultaneously, the voter tends to get flown away with the majority point of view that okay, parliament elections, and afterwards the priority order changes, And sir, definitely if the changes in the government are there, for example, the government crisis in any state happens, then it again rises the case of holding the elections if any government is not having any clear majority on the floor.
Okay. So you have done information technology?
Yes, sir.
From Maharaja Surajmal Institute of Technology. Who was Maharaja Surajmal?
Sir, Maharaja Surajmal was a ruler of Bharatpur dynasty. Bharatpur, it lies south of Delhi. So
He was a Jat king.
yes, he was a Jat king. Yes, sir.
So information technology, you might have heard the term Internet of Things, IoT.
Yes, sir.
What is it?
Sir, Internet of Things is basically connecting the devices, the apparatus which are there through the internet, so that one can access the functions, the usability of those devices from any remote device, let's say a laptop or a mobile phone.
Okay. And why is it known as future technology?
So the reason is, I believe, the way in which the technology is to be leveraged, its immense importance in the executing the tasks which are there. For instance, several pipeline leakages can be identified through IoT, and smart dustbins to manage the waste problem. IoT can be used, and sir, as in household also, I would say 5 years from now and 5 years before today, the things would be completely different in terms of the way the things are managed, the devices are managed.
Okay. Thank you, Rohit.
Thank you, sir.
Hi, Rohit. So your favorite, what's your hobby? Your hobby is playing basketball and spending time with pets. Okay. Anyways, so your option was geography. Can you give some impact of a geography over a culture of a society? How geography impacts societal culture?
Definitely, sir. Due to the geographical formation of an area, the culture is also divided. I would use the term, as Vidal was a geographer, he used the terms 𝐿𝐴 and 𝐺𝑑𝑦. Because, sir, due to the geographical formation, certain valleys and mountain topographies are there. We can see in the northeast region, for instance, there the topography is the terrain is very harsh. So several communities live in the valleys and the hills. So in that sense, the cultural barrier is presented by the mountains and other things like rivers, other features of geography. So in that sense, the cultural diffusion is not able to take place. Hence, cultural diversity increases.
Okay. Recently, there was a hype about boosting tourism in Lakshadweep Island.
Sir.
Okay. So, what are some ecological concern related to boosting tourism in this ecologically fragile zone?
Yes, sir. So Lakshadweep is primarily island archipelago, which has its the way it is made is by coral reefs. Atolls are there. So coral reefs are very fragile to coral bleaching. If first of all, the infrastructure which is to be built on these coral reefs has a threshold level, because we cannot put too much of stress on the coral reefs. And sir, secondly, if services economy is to be established there, so obviously waste and the effluents will also be generated. So the treatment, if not done properly, the damage to coral reefs would be there, and ultimately the whole ecosystem may be on the verge of collapsing.
Imagine a scenario: you are the head of the project agency who is entrusted with the task of making Lakshadweep more, tourist friendly, or making it a hot destination for tourism. What are the 3 main areas which you will cater in order to achieve your task, in order to achieve your goal?
So may I take a few seconds?
You can think of.
Sir, firstly, the culture of homestays can be inculcated, so that tourists who are arriving in Lakshadweep get to stay with the local people and get to know about the ecosystem and the culture of the area. Sir, secondly would be the sustainable approach to the tourism, using the eco-friendly products which are in a way fascinating, that trying something new and at the same time not hampering with the ecological fragility. And so third, I would say the sports which can be managed, which can be done there, like the scuba diving and getting to know about the oceanography of the area. These three things I would be focusing mainly on.
What is how the climate change is going to alter rainfall pattern along the latitudes? How climate change will alter rainfall pattern along the latitude?
So due to climate change, the sea surface temperatures are increasing. So the region lying, the Arabian Sea region is having warmer sea surface temperature as compared to the earlier times and in comparison to the Bay of Bengal. So
along the try to understand along the latitude, if I'm saying that how rainfall pattern will vary between temperate zones and tropical zones, that's the basic crux of the question. ठीक है, तो क्या ट्रॉपिकल से में बारिश बढ़ेगी कम होगी और टेम्परेट में बारिश बढ़ेगी कम होगी? दैट्स द बेसिक थिंग व्हिच यू आर सपोज्ड टू आंसर.
Sir, I think it will vary according to the local area phenomena of the various regions, because there cannot be, as the evidences are there cannot be a general pattern. I think in the areas would be affected differently. For instance, the western region of India, it is having the Western Ghats, so the orographic rainfall is immensely increasing due to the incoming disturbances. And sir, the areas which are geographically located in the shadow region, they are facing the drought prone conditions, like Rayalaseema region of Telangana. So
always there on the leeward side there is always no rains, on the windward side there are rains.
yes sir, but sir, amount of intensity is increasing.
Definitely, that is the point what he wanted to know, whether the amount of rainfall in tropical region and temperate region, whether that will be decreased or increased. This is what he wanted to know.
ठीक है. So you have done your engineering from information technology. What is fourth industrial revolution?
Sir, fourth industrial revolution is the upcoming the scope, the chances which are available in the way the industries are managed through the various technologies like blockchain, the IoT and artificial intelligence. So it makes a use of all these technologies.
So your favorite sports is basketball. Can you name few basketball players present like they're currently playing?
Sir, Amritpal Singh is there, and Amjot Gill is there, and Satnam Singh Bhamra is there in India, and LeBron James and Stephen Curry are there. They are from USA.
Yes. Okay. ठीक है. Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Hello, Rohit. So you earlier in the interview you mentioned that your father has a business related to
Car parking. Yes, sir.
parking. So you have spare land and in which you have allowed.
Sir, it's a plot which we have. So in that only it is being managed
Okay, and you are charging for
parking the car.
per hour basis or whatever. Okay, Delhi government had come out with a policy for charging, for EV charging infrastructure. Have you considered that, opening up a charging station in that land?
Sir, we do have considered that, but the thing is, EVs are not very much seen in our locality. So the demand is very less compared to.
But there are lots of public transportation, especially three-wheelers. They have shifted to.
Yes, sir.
All these e-commerce, delivery sites, Zomato and other Blinkit, etc. They all their, the infrastructure, all the scooters that they have, they're all EV based. So don't you think that there is enough demand But in your region, you are saying it is not there.
So in my area specific, the demand is comparatively less.
Okay. And how do you think the policy has actually worked? Do you think that public infrastructure has come up in Delhi related to the charging? Do you think the policy has been successful?
So the policy has shown mixed results. In some areas, the infrastructure facilities are good and the people are actually using it. But sir, still some areas lack the charging infrastructure due to, I would say, demand and certain other discoms and all.
What did the policy say? Can a private citizen also open up a charging station? Say I have a house. Can I establish a charging station there?
I'm sorry, sir, but I'm not that much aware of the policy yet. I'll look into it definitely.
Okay, all right. Recently, Union government had passed a law related to illegal colonies in Delhi. Are you aware what was the law? What was the need of that law, and what are the provisions?
Sir, I think it was it was to give us recognition, the status to the unauthorized colonies, and PM.
Was it recognition?
Sir, I'm not sure about it. I'll have to.
Okay, go ahead. You were saying something else.
Sir, it was related to, I think, PM Awas Yojana. It was related to urban, in the urban area.
Any idea how much population is going to be affected by that law? That was quoted in the news as well. How many people are actually residing in illegal colonies in Delhi?
I'm not sure about it, sir. Okay.
How much as a percentage term, how much would it be?
Sir, I think it would be something around 22%.
I think it will be even more than that, yeah. So why do you think that, so many people are residing in illegal colonies in Delhi? Where did we go wrong?
Sir, firstly, we went wrong with the planning, the mechanism which is there. Delhi has seen humongous horizontal sprawl instead of the vertical sprawl. So agricultural land is being converted into colonies. The colonies are cut there by the land mafias, I would say. They are taking agricultural land at a price of circle rate. Let us say it is 1 crore. They are buying it for 4 crores. The seller is also having good, seen the amount which is involved. So he'll easily giving them and they are acquiring it, and then they're.
And do you think that local authorities are also complicit in this? Could this have happened without their knowledge?
I think, sir, yes. The local authorities are definitely, since something is happening on the ground in Delhi, so local authorities are aware of it. But the way things are being presented in front of the local authorities, their complexity lies.
Lots of time what happens is that we hear that even in Delhi, I think in Mehrauli recently, maybe 3, 4, 5 months back, it happened that, colonies were razed to the ground.
Yes, sir.
Ultimately, it's the general population that suffers.
Yes,
right?
sir.
But don't you think that we should also take action against the officials in the authorities who are actually responsible for that? Should they be held responsible?
Sir, if the corruption is being done, then yes, the officials are strictly liable for the deeds they have done. But we should see the underlying cause behind it. Due to the poor digital records of the lands, certain phenomena they are taking place in spite of the digitalization at a speed. The phenomena is happening on the ground. So poor enforcement, I would say that poor enforcement is the reason behind it.
So should there be action against the officials?
Sir, if they are liable for corruption, yes, definitely there should be action.
Okay. You like spending time with pets? You have pets, or you?
Yes, sir. I have a pet.
Dog, cat?
Dog, yes, sir. It's a German Shepherd.
Dog.
Sir.
There are, we see incidents on social media as well. There are fights actually breaking in between, within societies. People are complaining that you should take care of your pet, or, face not covered. Yes. And also stray dogs, the menace is there, and people are complaining that those who are feeding stray dogs, they should be held responsible for their, safety, or ensuring that they don't bite anyone. So what is your opinion? Should the stray dog menace, how can we address it?
Sir, to tackle the stray dog menace, the very first thing and immediate thing that should be done is that proper vaccination and sterilization of the dog population should be done, because
That should be done by local authorities.
that should be done by MCD in Delhi, sir, because MCD takes care of all these things. And sir, various animal shelters can be opened up. So instead of people feeding them on the roads, on the chorahas, they can feed them by going into because it gives satisfaction, so they can do it in the various animal shelters. So by doing that, the phenomena of localization of the mentality of dog is such that it tends to take the area as its own where it is feeded. So in spite of feeding there, they can be feeded in the shelters. And sir, at the same time, ferocious breeds, the owners which are owning them, I think there needs to be proper care of the way they are taking it outside their home, with a proper leash on the neck, and face mask is sir also should be made mandatory, and registration at the same time with local authorities.
Okay. All right. Thank you, Rohit. That's all from my side. I'll pass on.
You are positive, huh? You are confident, but you were taking chances even sometimes you don't know.
Sir.
There you need to be little cautious.
Sure, sir.
If you are not sure, then you should take a permission of guessing. But still, you should know about Delhi NCR in detail.